Hello, this is Dave Brown. I just decided I'm going to do a box opening video for Time Spiral Remastered. Special thanks to Trip at Comic Kung Fu for being able to hook me up with a box of Time Spiral Remastered. I wasn't sure I was even going to be able to get this. I was excited to get the buy box promo. This is a foil old bordered Lotus Bloom. It's kind of exciting. Pretty card. May see some use in some new commander decks, things like that. Mostly, I'm just excited to have it. I know that some of the big hits in these boxes are like the old bordered cards, and the old bordered foils are the real high dollar hits. I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen in here. This is my first time really doing my own pack opening video, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Trying to be careful here, just make sure I don't damage any packs or anything. I'm going to have some commentary as we go. If you want to mute this, I'm certainly not going to be offended. But I'm pretty excited. I've heard the value on the boxes is pretty good. Okay, let's take a look. I know some of the big, like the famous cards from the original Time Spiral, or things like Tarmogoyf and I don't know. They got the gemstone, mine gemstone cavern, whatever that is. There's a bunch of slivers in this set, so maybe we'll hit some good stuff. I know that a lot of people are looking forward to the old borders. I am kind of hoping to hit an Eternal Witness at some point in here, but if I don't, not the end of the world. I'm just excited to see what's in here. This should be a good product. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to get started here, and we'll see what's what. Okay. I'll make sure everything's on camera. This is the first time doing this. I'm kind of just standing behind the camera. I do apologize for the video quality. I'm not sure how to get this. This is a new camera, and I'm not sure if it'll have that quality or not. But we're going to go ahead and open the first pack here. Trying to be kind of careful. Nothing like starting with a little scrying card draw. Excited to have Suspend and Shadow back. Split Second was something that I kind of invested in singles for a while. Let's see. This is Vanishing. That's a fun mechanic from Nemesis. Kind of excited to see what some of these cards do. I kind of missed that time period. Here's a Miri. This is something I might use in my Weatherlight crew deck, though I'm a big fan of the Exodus Miri Cat Warrior. This is one I don't have, though, so I'm always glad to have it. Treasure Cruise in the old border. That's nice. Delve builds are really popular right now. I'm not really going to pay too much attention to the tokens at this point. Next pack. Oh boy, Fibblethip. Simeon Spirit Guide. This is one of the commons I was definitely looking for. It's one that I opened a bunch of Masters 25, never hit it. It was definitely something I wanted, so I'm gonna keep going there. There are a couple other commons, uncommons I'm looking for. I know I'd kind of like to hit things like Dryad Arbor too. I know that's in the rare slot, but yeah. Oh, look at that. Gemstone Cavern. Very good start. And Lava Spike. Always excited to get those old bordered cards. I mean, I love the old border. It's definitely my preferred border. Okay, here we go. Now I'm not going to be super careful. I mean, this is a card I got familiar with in Commander 2017 in the Wizards deck. I was really into Poisonous for a minute because the variation on Infect, and I liked Infect kind of back in the day. Um, it's kind of looking at split cards and not all of them are playable, but that's a good one. Sudden Death, I put in a lot of commander decks because it has split second, but it usually ends up getting cut. Um, but split second's really powerful. Okay, always good to have a legend I don't have. And Sylvan Scrying is going to be good for my land deck. That's why I was going to put in the rare pile, but I guess I changed my mind. Sangrophage is the sequel to Carnophage, which is one of my favorite little flavor Exodus cards. Carnophage meaning like a flesh-eating phage or bacteria. Um, I love the original art, and this is just like another version of the card. Next pack. All right, Echo, always fun. Some pretty cool Echo cards back from Urza block. I'm going to start flying through these commons and uncommons a little bit more quickly at this point, just simply because I kind of know what's there and I know what I'm looking for, and I'm anxious to see what the value is in the box. Pact of the Titan, easily the least impressive of the pacts, I believe. But hey, I mean, it's nice to have. It's a card I don't have. And this one, I can't remember what set it's from, but yeah, that's the Zealous Conscripts. Not a bad card to have in the old border. I don't play it much, but I know it has its uses. Ooh, Terramorphic Experience. Lightning Axe is a classic. Definitely a playable card. See a land behind it. Let's see what's going on. Woo. Yeah. All right. We'll keep going. Magus of the Future. Not a super high dollar card, but it's one that I wanted because my decks tend to stall on card draw. And like this will allow me to play the lands off the top of my library too, so it's mono blue ramp. I may even stick this in Urza depending on how things go, but I am excited to have this card. Monastery Swift Spear. I'm sorry I got it off camera a little bit, but the Monastery Swift Spear is a card you see in a lot of decks, so this old border will be a nice copy to have. I don't believe I have the original printing of that one either. Boy. Gotta love the slivers. Another copy of Sudden Death. More slivers. Vesuvian Shapeshifter. Always gotta love clone stuff. That waste. The waste is beautiful. It's in the old like Tempest style. I really love that. I'd like to get an old Tempest Wasteland in that kind of art. Look at how beautiful that card is. I probably won't play the wastes, but it's nice to have one. I'm certainly not going to get a full set of them, but it's beautiful. What? Oh, foil mana tithe. That's not bad. What a start. Sorry, that's kind of how I get through packs. If I see something in the back, I just deal with it. But I was pretty excited to see it. I was looking for a mana tithe, but it's always good to have one in foil. Wipe Away. Nice little spot removal with split second. Keen Sense, that's a card I picked a bunch up of back in the day. Cloud Key, very playable card. And yeah, Old Border Mole Drifter. That's a card that sees a lot of play, especially in Commander, so to have the Old Border would be nice. Next pack. Woo. Alright, Reflex Sliver. Sangrophage. Let's see what else is in here. Keep going. Removal. I don't know. Hey, I can always use an extra Urborg. Great card. Good to see it coming down in price a little bit. Liliana's Triumph is this card that sadly replaced Diabolic Edict. I love that card because of its time period, its original art. Sad to see it become obsolete, but it's nice to have Liliana's Triumph in the old border. All right. All Empty the Warrens. always good to have Tribal Goblin cards, and this one has Storm. That's a card that I was specifically looking for from this set. Sunlance card that I bought a bunch of at one point because it's off color. I love off color cards when they're out of their effect. And well, come on now. Let's see. That would be Joyra's Avenger. This is Swarm Yard. I thought this was reprinted recently, but I guess I was mistaken. It regenerates rats and squirrels and things like that. And as those builds get more popular, you know, it's gonna be good to have. Grenzo, good to have an old border. I collected that Yixid Jailer at one point. It's nice to have it in foil. But right before this was reprinted, it was floating around $1 or $2 a piece. So that's probably good that the price is coming down. We need more graveyard hate out there. All right, what's next? It's kind of getting through there a little bit. Edge of Autumn, good land tutoring ramp type card. Originally, it was in my land deck. I bought a copy of it. I missed the old border on this, though. Those future shifted borders, they were cool as hell. Never bad to have the Mana Tithe. Crows and Grip. All right, now we're talking. And then Mangar of Corndor. I have a Battle Bond version of this card. I think this is new art. Probably not my favorite art for this card, but it doesn't hurt to have another copy of it in mono white. Not sure why Ramanap Ruins made the cut for old border, but I guess it's not a bad one to have. It's a good looking card. It does benefit from the old border, but considering the power level of some of its competition, it seems to be a pretty light hitter. That being said, I loved Amoket block. Kind of miss it. I would not be sad to go back to Amoket. Oh, got a foil back there. What am I looking at? Oh, Pongify. Yeah! I want as many copies of that card as I can get. Street Wraith was in Masters 25. It was creeping a little bit. I've already got Joyra, but it's a good card. Yeah, that's Mortify, I believe. It's a good spot removal card. All right. Picking up the pace. Fly through those commons. And uncommons. Yay, slivers. Flagstones and Trochear. I did not even know this was in Time Spiral Remastered, but I really wanted one, so I'm really stoked about that. I have a foil Intangible Virtue. The old board on that's not as big a deal to me. I probably won't ever play it. But nah, it's alright. You know, it's neat to have some of these stuff in the old borders. It's not likely they'll get printed that way again. Alright. I miss the charms, especially from the Visions, Mirage cycles. They were pretty sweet. And the blue charms had a history of being pretty good. Slivers. Walk the Eons. Always love extra turn cards. And is that Molten Rain? I think that's Molten Rain, right? Yeah. So not a bad start, but it's certainly no real big hits yet in the old borders. All right, we'll keep going here. Still kind of the Clockwork Hydra. It's not as good as Walking Ballista, but it's playable in the same types of builds, kind of like Triskelion. It's a little cheaper to cast than Triskelion, but at 5 minutes, it's still kind of hefty. So, but I'll probably set it aside. I may use it in something. It's interesting at least. And this is a sliver that gives slivers flying. Pulmonic sliver, yeah. Hey, there's an old border card I don't mind having. SRAM is in pretty much my Voltron decks, all of them. He's fun. He's a nice little card draw engine in a color that desperately needs it. Oh, foil in the back. Woo! Gotta love the foils. I got a bunch of this card at one point because I thought it was sweet blue ramp, but I've never actually put it in a deck. This card, I'm convinced, is going to be good for things like two-headed giant. Oh, freaking yeah! Okay, that's a Sliver Legion. But yeah, no, this is a card I want a bunch of copies of, and I would like to see a lot more of this because it lets you put the forest into play under opponent's control. That's not just good because of the forest walk, but I can save your button commander. Sliver Legion. This is the biggest hit in the set. About $50 right now. I probably won't play it, but I'm sure I'll find someone that will. Dreadhorde Arcanist, that was very popular, I think, in Standard for a while, and maybe some other formats. Like having the old border. I probably won't keep it, though. I'll probably trade it to somebody who wants it more. We'll see. I don't have any great attachment to the card. Pongify, yeah. Yes! Pact of Negation. This is one of the few cards I really, really wanted from this set. And then, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, double old borders, and I got the foil. Contagion Clasp, very, very playable in Commander. Beautiful in the foil. Excited to have this. So, good times, good times. And look at that, perfect foiling. So, here's a nice little bounce spell. It can get you some card draw. You know, it's no Contagion Clasp in foil, but hey, yeah, good start. Going from a great pack to a Simian Spirit Guide. Always a nice little start. This is Jorah's Time Bug. That's very playable in suspend decks. It'll see some use. Even Mind Sensor. It's kind of sad to see this downshifted from rare, but it probably kind of needed it. It's still floating around $1, so it's a great card. One of the things that lends some legitimacy to white. Greater Gargadon. They talk about this on game nights a good bit. And there's the Thoughtseize. Boom! 2 packs in a row. Killing it. That is the most expensive card from Time Spiral Remastered, I believe. Floating right around $50 itself. Well, I gotta say, it's a pretty good start to the box so far. Honestly, this is pretty exciting. I'm very pleased so far with Time Spiral Remastered. I wasn't sure how I felt about it. And it was kind of hard to get hold of in pre-order, but yeah, thanks again to Trip at Comic Kung Fu, because, yeah. Yes! Dryad Arbor. Oh, and Sentinel of the Pearl Trident. Man, 3 straight packs of just, oh, man. Playable foil. What are you going to do? Oh, man. Dryad Arbor is one I want for my land deck. I'm really, really excited about it. It's one I've wanted for a while. I know one of the other cards I've been looking at in this set, I'm kind of looking for is Vesuva. But again, it wouldn't break my heart if I don't get it. The price has come down a lot, which is good for it. And, yeah, this box has been great to me. So, oh, wow. That is a foil Gemstone Caverns, folks. Oh, boy. That's pretty amazing. I mean, the Gemstone Caverns is an expensive card to begin with, but in foil, we're talking probably around, I don't know, $80 to $100. It's pretty exciting. And Damnation in the same pack. Sigil of the Empty Throne, Spellburst, straight gold, like 3-4 straight packs. Holy cow, I have hit the, yeah, look at this pack. Look at this beautiful, beautiful pack. I'm hitting the meat of the Time Spiral Remastered box at this point. That makes you afraid to open the next pack, but I'll get right into it anyway. All right, let's see what's next. Grape Shot. Always gotta love those storm cards. Green Seeker is I just kind of passed by it, but it's one I use in one of my commander decks a lot. There's another Aven Mind Center. Rebuff the Wicked. Always good to have counter spells in white. Hopefully people be expecting them a little bit more. Boom and Bust, I believe. Farseek. That's a good card to have in the old border because it goes in nearly every commander deck. If you're running green, it definitely goes in. Always good to have like a very playable card that you see in a lot of decks. Woohoo! Oh, nice to add a little mirror to my collection. Search for Tomorrow. Good to have. That's the suspend ramp card. Yeah. Chromatic Star. Pretty sure people used to play that a good bit in Modern, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if that's the one or maybe it's Chromatic Sphere. I don't know. It's a similar type of effect. One of them is way better than the rest. I don't know if that's the one, but it's something I can use. Oh, foil Simian Spirit Guide. And there is a mediocre rare if there ever was one. That being said, the foil Simian Spirit Guide, that's awesome because I really just wanted to have one. And Become Immense. That's, old border, playable card. Might sneak it out there. It's not anything, I don't know. Probably won't see a lot of play. Yep. All right. Tendrils of Corruption. Hey, Manatithe. Woo. Elves are kind of a thing right now. Merfolk too. But yeah. Stuffy Doll. Now, and Sorcerer Spyglass. Look at that. OG artifacts. Gotta love that. Stuffy Doll. A little better than I realized. I've always wanted to do degenerate things with it. It's nice to have one. I certainly was never going to buy it at the price it was at, but now that I have one, I don't see it going anywhere. Yeah, always Grape Shot. Used to collect those Storm cards. Never built a Storm deck, though. Another Charm. I guess I'm... Yeah, these... Oh, man. Just so much good stuff in this set. And a Wheel of Fate. Reprinting Commander 2016, but still, like the wheels are so hard to come by at this point. And oh yes. Now that the key, this is not Voltaic key, this is the other one. I forget the name of it. But to have that in the old border, that's definitely my Urza deck, and I'll probably get upgraded in the Urza deck. Summoner's Pact, the green pact. All right, I hit 3 of the pacts now. Knight of the Reliquary. Card I might actually use in the old board. Kind of excited about this. I know this is a very good card. Manifold Key. That was the name of the key now that I think about it. Yeah, I do apologize. I forgot to turn on my microphone when I originally recorded this. So I'm kind of like relayering my old comments over the video and trying to correct this. But yeah. That's Life and Limb. I already have this card, but I'm pretty excited. Like it, just that they reprinted it. You gotta love your saprolings and your forest creatures, and it's cool to have relentless rats in the old borders, but I'll never have enough rats to make the rat deck. So probably a little wasted on me. That being said, I can imagine people collecting it to build those big rat commander decks. The effect of being able to put extra copies of a card in your deck is pretty awesome, especially in singleton formats. This is Aeon Chronicler. I mean, it has Suspend. It's okay. Teamer Battle Rage. I can see this card seeing some play. It's kind of fun. Well, we're starting to get there on the packs. There aren't too terribly many left, but oh man, I can't be disappointed about the value in this box at this point. Hey, well, yeah, that's okay. Again, we're going to try and get through this. I'm actually getting a battery warning at this point for my camera. Mystical Teachings, Magus of the Moon. Whew. Never been able to get my hands on there's a Shriek Maw, old border. That's nice. I know I was looking for Magus of the Moon because I've opened sets that had Blood Moon in it, but I've never hit one. And it always floats around, $30, $50, and I'm just not ready to spend that yet. It's not an effect I would use very much. I don't play in super competitive formats or try to play super oppressive games. But it's nice to have the option to do it in Commander if I want to see how it works and learn the mechanic a little better. So, Return to Dust. Unfortunately, that card is becoming a little obsolete, but I mean, it's still a great card. Sudden Spoiling, Split Second. That is where it's at. I know they reprinted that in the Commander deck. That Morph card in the old border, I mean, it's an okay card, but they just reprinted it in one of the Commander sets. I don't really play Morph, so it's not going to do a whole lot for me. All right, empty the Warrens. Yeah. That's, we can keep going here. Smallpox, that's a very playable uncommon. I think I'm going to set that aside. This is the Hermit. I probably got a bunch of him by now. Just from previous sets, Commander sets, things like that. He's no deranged hermit. The Bedlam Reveler, yeah, the demons and stuff are getting more popular. I have the pieces to make the Commander deck, just not the interest. I Mono Red is kind of rough in Commander sometimes. Now, Red Black Demons can be pretty good, especially the what is it called? Jumpstart Commander. Mickey tore us up once at the shop with that. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't. Here's Harmonic Sliver, the and Angel's Grace. Boy, nice little pack here. And this is Resplendent Angel in the old border. Always good to have angels. I don't really build tribal angels, but I have a big plan for a Selesnya Angels and Elves deck, where I kind of transform things. But yeah, I was saying Harmonic Sliver is kind of like the Aura Shards of Slivers. It's good. Unless somebody plays a Torpor Orb, I'm that guy. Yep, there we go. Let's see. Mana Tithe, that's always good. Yep. No Tarmogoyf for anything yet. But we did hit those 2 Gemstone Caverns, which is pretty fantastic. And the Sliver. So, looks like it's time for the Angels here. I think this is Angel of Salvation. I can't remember. There's Fibblethip in the old border. He had trouble holding his value in the new border. I don't think the old border is going to be anything too special. He's playable, but not that playable. I'd expect him to be like under $1 or around $1. Deadly Grub. Gotta love Vanishing. It seems like that card has some power to it. Frozen Grip. Ooh. This is actually a card that I was looking for, Porphyry Nodes, because I think with Humility, all the powers are going to be tied, so you can do some pretty oppressive things. It's like having your own Abyss, except you get to pick your targets. And there's Feather in the old board. That's a good card to have. I may not play it, but I know a lot of people like Feather, so it's nice to have in the old border. All right, let's go. Gotta be careful. Hey, here's another Dino for my Tribal Dinos deck. I can see it getting some play in there. The ramp in that deck is very sad, though. So, oh boy. This is a big old demon. I mean, I don't know why this got reprinted among all the other things. I guess it has Delve. Delve is popular. There's a counter spell, or Whirlwind Denial specifically in the old border. Playable card, but nothing to get too excited about, I don't think. It's not one of the more popular counter spells. More elves. Gotta love the elves. Storage lands. Hey, there's Rada Air to Keld. Bajuka Bog. Look at how beautiful that Bajuka Bog is. Just take a second. Admire that. That and Wastes have been the most beautiful cards with the old board. I'm so excited to have this. This will go in a deck. I won't be trading that. I'm just excited to have it. It's funny. It seems like a lot of the value in this box is coming out of the Time Spiral cards, which does not seem to be most people's experience. But that's okay. I'm loving the cards I've got. I've got a lot of the cards that I would want that would be in the old borders. But yeah, Well, there's Rift Elemental. That can be good for other things. Removing suspend counters can be a powerful effect. I can see it in elemental builds. Here's Draining Welk. It's got a counter spell on it, sort of like a weird mana drainy type of effect, but not really as good and way more expensive. Bloodbraid Elf. Cascade. Popular effect, not one I typically play, but it is beautiful. Look at that art. Goes really well with the old border. Alright, here it is. Final pack. No Tarmogoyfs so far, but we've hit some Angel's Grace. We've hit a lot of great cards. A lot of pressure on this pack. Is that last foil old bordered card in there? Who knows? A lot of pressure. But not really, because this box has been phenomenal. What a great product this has been. Edge of Autumn. Oh, yeah. Even if this pack is kind of mediocre, this has been just a fun box. Kudos to Wizards. And oh, there's Teleria West. Look at that. Now this, I cannot believe they upshifted this to rare. They're trying to reproduce the draft experience of the Time Spiral block, and this was totally an uncommon at Future Sight. I don't know why they felt the need to do that. I know the card has some value to it, and that it's very playable, and that, you know, for the health of formats, maybe it's good to have it at rare, but yeah, Temur Ascendancy in the old border. But, you know, it's, I mean, I don't know. So sometimes it's good to put some of that stuff out there and increase the availability of it. Now, that being said, let's take a look here. This box is just, oh, man. Look at all this goodness. Gonna be kind of careful here, though. Don't want to damage anything. But, man, what a box. That foil Simian Spirit Guide, really exciting. I'm as excited for that as I am for some of the rares in the box. That Gemstone Cavern was just so beautiful. I think I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna maybe sort out the old border and new border here. I don't know, but just look at what a collection of cards. Oh, this is gonna be fun for me to go back over kind of again and again. Now, for anyone who is curious, with the buy box promo, there was about $508 of value in this box. I checked after the fact, and like the big hit was that foil Gemstone Caverns. Never bad to have a Thought Seize though, or Sliver Legion. They're not cards I'll really play, but they did put a lot of value in the box. I'm very pleased with what I received. Again, thanks to Trip and to Comic Kung Fu in Winchester, Virginia. Thanks to them, I was able to like crack a box of this and do my first box opening video. Well, if you listened all this time, thank you. I appreciate your time. If not, I totally understand. That's just my running commentary. But yeah, all right. Oh, look at that, so beautiful. The foiling on that, it's just so no streaks in the foiling. It's just so exciting. Then there's that Wastes and that Bajuka Bog. Oh, man. Time Spiral Remastered. Killing it. Time Spiral Remastered. Such a big fan. I wish this product weren't such limited availability, but I'm glad I got it while I could. Oof. I love those old borders. And I love the Time Spiral Remastered cards I got. What a strange box this was in such a really wonderful way. All right, well, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you around. Peace.